So next dynasty which rose in power, that is Tughlaq dynasty. So after ascending the throne by Ghazi Malik, who is also known as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Ghazi Malik, known as Ghiyasuddin Muhammad Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. He is known as Ghazi Malik, known as Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. He began the foundation of Tughlaq dynasty. Clear? So after that, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, who rose to power, that is Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq. He was the one who rose in power and the main one under the Tughlaq dynasty, as he was a wise ruler. Number of reforms done by him, number of planning was done by him, means he planned big, but whatever the planning done by him, all were failed. Clear? He was a wise ruler. He was also known as a mixture of opposite. As plannings done by him, plannings were great, but whatever he planned, that was fail afterward. Clear? So which type of plannings done by him? He was a great reformer as well as musician. He was interested in fine art also. So first planning was done by him, that is a transfer of capital. Transfer of capital. So Muhammad bin Tughlaq is one. During Muhammad bin Tughlaq is empire, he thought that transfer of capital is necessary. So he shifted his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad. Delhi to Devagiri. Devagiri is also known as Daulatabad. Daulatabad. So he shifted his capital from Delhi to Daulatabad because of many purposes. What he thought that because as the empire of the Tughlaq dynasty was vast, so he thought that from Delhi, from the northern part, to look after the territory which was there in the southern part is very difficult for him. So for this purpose he shifted his capital from Delhi to Devagiri. That is a one reason. Then next reason why he shifted, because it was centrally located. Daulatabad was centrally located. It was very easy to look after the territories from Daulatabad. That is he planned. Then third reason, that during that time northern part was in the grip of Mongol attack. Clear? So to save from the Mongol attack, he told to his empire, to his peoples of Delhi to shift to the Devagiri. Clear? So that is the main reason. So because of the Mongol invasion, because of the threat of Mongol invasion, he shifted. Then second, it is centrally located, that's why he shifted. And third one is that during that time Delhi was in the grip of fever and famine. Clear? So because of that reason only he decided to shift the Delhi to Daulatabad. But in order to people of Delhi religious had shifted to Delhi, but during that time the distance was very far. Delhi to Daulatabad distance is very far. It was very hardship for the people to move to Delhi to Daulatabad. So when they was moving at the mid of, he realized that it was not possible to shift the all people from Delhi to Daulatabad. So he regretted. He regretted and he decided to stop the plan. So number of people lost their lives on the way, and it was suffered lots of hardship by the people. So transfer of capital Delhi to Devagiri was planned by Tughlaq, Muhammad bin Tughlaq, but it was false. Clear? Next is token currency. Next step which was done by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, that is he introduced token currency. Because of the shortage of silver coin, during that time, he introduced bronze tankas in place of silver tanka. So what he introduced? Bronze in place of silver. ठीक है, so in place of silver coins he introduced bronze coins which have same value as silver. But what happened by introducing this currency to the people, every house was trying to make mint over there, and the false coins on a very large scale were available in his empire because of this decision taken by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, that he want to introduce the bronze coins in same value, having the same value as silver coins were there. So it caused in trade and commerce also it lost. Okay, so consequently he withdraw the token currency also. As first plan that he shifted capital, that also withdraw by him. Then second he introduced the currency bronze coins, but some false peoples trying to making mint in their houses, and the silver coins which having bronze coins which having the same value of silver also now having values. Clear? So this also withdraw by the people, by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Next is taxation. Taxation in Doab. That is the next step planned by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, as he want to conquer the whole Central Asia. So because of this feeling, he require to fulfill this aim, he require large army. Clear? So for that army he need money. Because of only money he was able to build the army, because his aim is to conquer the Central Asia. So for this purpose he just increased the revenue. He increased the revenue in where? With the fertile area, Ganga Yamuna Doab, area of Ganga Yamuna Doab. So he increased the revenue over here, over in this area, the fertile area of Ganga Yamuna Doab. But the same time when he increased the revenue, same time famine broke out in this area, and people of this area refused to give revenue, because they did not have such a type of money, because taxation in that area was increased, revenue was increased by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. But the same time severe famine broke out over this area, and people were suffered a lot, and the taxation for this purpose number of ministers were appointed by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq to who collect the revenue. They did not show any kind of mercy over that people of area. So what happened? The people of that area just trying to leave the territory of Ganga Yamuna Doab. Clear? And when this came to be known by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq, that people were not able to give revenue, he trying to improve the condition of people, he want to give some of the help to them, he want to give aid, but that was too late, because people, some of the people who suffer from the famine lost their lives, and as well as they changed the area also. Clear? So that is also one of the measure which took by the Muhammad bin Tughlaq just to increase the army. He increased the revenue over this area, but that also was withdrawn by him after that. Clear? So that is the planning. Different plannings were organized by Muhammad bin Tughlaq. As you know that three major one there. One is transfer of capital, Delhi to Daulatabad. Second is taxation in Doab, over Ganga Yamuna Doab, and third is token currency, means he introduced the bronze tanka instead of silver tanka, which having the same value as silver. So all these plannings were done by Muhammad bin Tughlaq, but all were failed. Clear? Hope this chapter is clear to you, this topic clear to you. Now next topic is administration. One topic left, that is administration related to Tughlaq. So that we will cover after this. Administration system. Administration. Under the administration, one is Sultan. Sultan having the same power as today's president. he was one of the chief, and he is one of the person who has a command, who has excessive authority over executive, judiciary, legislature, military. So he is a person who has authority over different organs like executive, judiciary, then legislature and military. Clear? He was a chief of the military, all the forces. He was one of the chief commander of forces, same as today's president. Clear? To assist Sultan. To assist Sultan, assist means help. Wazirs were there. Wazir known as Prime Minister. Prime Minister. Clear? So for the help of Sultan, Wazir was there. Wazir means the Prime Minister. He was a person who gave help to Sultan for performing such type of work. Clear? So he assisted Sultan. He supervised the work of other minister also. Under his Wazir, number of ministers were there. Same like today's Prime Minister, that Council of Minister is there. So same during that time also Wazir was there. Under Wazir was the one who supervised the work of other ministers. Okay? So he was the one who helped the Sultan, clear, in his work. Next is Ariz-e Mumalik, minister in charge. Ariz-e Mumalik. Clear? Ariz-e Mumalik, that person was in charge of military in charge. He was known as the military in charge, not the chief of military. Chief of military is was the Sultan. He was the commander of all forces, but military in charge was appointed by the Sultan, that is Ariz-e Mumalik. That name was given to that minister. What is the main work of that Ariz-e Mumalik? He was not the commander of the forces, but he recruitment of in the army, number of recruitments done by him. Clear? After that he was a person who give pay to the soldiers. Clear? So that is the work of Ariz-e Mumalik. Next two departments, important departments were there in the administration. One is Diwan-e-Riyasat. Risalat. Diwan-e-Risalat, one is there. Then Diwan-e-Insha is another one. Diwan-e-Insha department. So two important departments were there under the administration of system of Sultanate, Delhi Sultanate, that is Diwan-e-Risalat and Diwan-e-Insha. Risalat means all the religious matters were discussed over here. Diwan-e-Risalat means religious matter, and Diwan-e-Insha means it deals with the state corresponding states matter. Clear? So states matter discussed over this environment, this department, that is Diwan-e-Insha, and religious matter discussed over here in that department, that is Diwan-e-Risalat. Clear? So next is during the Sultanate period, empire was divided into provinces. Empire was divided into provinces. Clear? So number of provinces were there. Provinces also known as Iqta. During that time provinces known as Iqta. So during the Sultanate empire was divided into number of Iqtas, number of provinces, and each provinces was under the charge of one minister. That minister is known as Muqtas. What we call to that minister? Muqtas. Clear? So after that provinces were further divided into shiks and parganas. Provinces were further divided into two parts, shiks and parganas means districts. districts. Clear? So empire was divided into provinces known as iktas. Provinces were further divided into shiks and parganas, and the village is the last unit, smallest unit of this empire system. Clear? The village is the last one, smallest one, and under the village the sarpanch during that time was known as mukaddam. What we to call to sarpanch? Mukaddam. Clear? So under the administration system, empire divided into provinces known as iktas. Provinces were further divided into shiks and parganas known as districts, and last unit of empire is village, smallest one, and village sarpanch is known as mukaddam. And after that village, three main persons were there under this. One is mukaddam, sarpanch, another one is patwari, who look over the land divisions, and one is a person, that is mushrif. Mushrif is a person who is a village accountant. So mushrif. So three persons were there in the village. One is mukaddam, means sarpanch, another one is patwari, who look over the division of land, and the third one is mushrif, who was the accountant of a village. Okay, who see that whatever the fund given by the government, where it was spent. Clear? So that is the work of mushrif. So that is the administrative system of Delhi Sultanate. Thank you.